Goodness to you. We begin with meditation this morning. So just let's settle into a place of openness and availability to what you need today. Finding the breath or your heartbeat, or your seat or your feet. And we begin. Our meditation time is concluding for now. And I just want to thank you for joining me this morning.
Good morning, CSL San Jose. Come on and stand on up and join us in our opening song this morning. Here we go. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. All right. Let us make a joyful sound. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Welcome to CSL San Jose, everybody. Woo! We've already had church, yes? Oh my goodness gracious. Welcome. Happy Sunday, happy September 1st. Can you believe it? The 9th month of the year already. Wow. Well, I am Reverend Cheryl McCreary. I'm so glad to be here with you, so glad to see everyone, and so glad to sing and make a joyful noise here at our beloved center, our spiritual community. So let me thank the praise team. Today, the praise team consisted of Elizabeth Jade, Renee Tobias, Reese Whitaker, and Jenna Brown. And Dave Marshat Bick just fired up that guitar. Woo! And I'll also just introduce you to the rest of the band. So Ron, I'll just do this while I'm here. We have Sonia Trejo on drums today. We have Troy Arnett on piano today. And we have an incredible guest artist who you'll hear more about, but Etienne France is back in the house. So it's a beautiful thing. So, we're going to start this service officially with our opening prayer and a call to service. That will be done by our practitioners. So Barbara Bird, if you will come on up, and Laura Graham Marquardt, if you'll come up. They will do the call to service and the invocation. Thank you for a beautiful meditation this morning, Laura.
So as we go within this morning, we know that God is right there, and we allow the vibration of the bowls to take us even deeper.
Welcome. Welcome, sweet resonance. Welcome, sweet beingness. This place where we celebrate and can more easily recognize the oneness that truly is all that there is. I know in the logical sense that the air molecule that I breathe connects to the air molecule, connecting to the air molecule, connecting to the air molecule, and so forth and so on to every single being on this planet. It's all one. I know in the mystical sense that there is this vibration like the resonance of the bowls, that energy that connects us all. Whether it be at a high frequency, a low frequency, it's all one. And so in this oneness, I just recognize myself as a part of it. I recognize everyone in this community, everyone a part of this service today as that oneness, expression individualized. And we come here with intention. And so I know those intentions are blessed. I know that they're met. I know that every bit of what is needed and necessary for Reverend Cheryl to speak her message, to carry her voice, is resonating in her and coming forth in a way that is received and welcomed and embraced and bringing transformation to our community, to individuals, and out through the scientific world and the mystical world. I know that there is light brought into darkness. I know that there is shadow brought into nuances where needed. And everything in between, all the shades. And so I just start to move towards gratitude. Gratitude for the musicians today, for all our ushers, for all the service team, for all the participants, everyone who's come here today to make this service what it is. As a collective, I know that we share some kind of benefit today. I welcome it. I accept it. I embody it. I embrace it. I thank it. And then I let this word go again, knowing that circulation is occurring, and so it is.
Happy 9/1. A day of oneness. A day of seeing old faces, not old faces, friends I haven't seen in a while. How's that sound? Definitely not an old face. Anyway, hello. My name is Ron Wade. I am a practitioner here, and I get to host on a semi-regular basis, for which I am exceedingly grateful. And I love doing it. And so the little thought for the week, and then we get into our statement of being, is this. Instead, we always say, how are you? And the implication after how are you is, how are you doing? Let's step at that and intend that when we ask that question, it's how are you being? And remember that Frank Sinatra had it right in one of his lines. He said, shoo-be-doo-be-doo, be-do, be-do, be-do. Sinatra was right. All right, now it's the time in our service where we, I'm going to say invoke our statement of being each week just to center it in our awareness. So if you would please rise and join me. Is it on the screen? All right, ready? Here we go. We believe that life is good and God is all there is, and that love is the only power. We are a welcoming and inclusive community of inspired individuals caring for and about each other and the entire planetary family, bringing the gifts of active compassion and kindness to the world. Our purpose is to transform lives, build dreams, and reveal God through education, music, prayer, service, generosity, and play. So play with somebody in your neighborhood. It's time to return from the playground. Return from the playground. Playtime is over.
All righty, come back to your neighborhood, please. Please return to your neighborhood. Please return to your neighborhood.
Playtime is over. So our first announcement is that the flowers here are a dedication from Reverend Sherry to her daughter, Reverend Rochelle, who had a birthday last week. Yay! A birthday.
Thank you, Mama. Thanks, Mom.
I did that. You. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So this is what I'm a little bit, how did this get by me? I see everything that happens, and somehow this got by me and surprised me. So thank you so much, Mama. And I love this message. She says, happy birthday, Reverend Cheryl. My mom calls me Reverend Cheryl. May this year be filled with much love and countless blessings. I love you madly. Still a shameless stage mother. So one day, not today, I will share with you when I was a professional, okay, equity actor, and how shameless my mom was as a stage mom, telling everybody about my shows, but I won't talk about that today.
Some things just don't change.
Some things do not change, yes, all right.
Alrighty, so Outreach is got this Sunday and next Sunday left to bring canned goods that will be donated to Second Harvest Food Bank. We do this every year. Please bring canned goods. The table's right outside. You can see Audrey right outside. Vanna, yes.
Thank you.
QR code too, right outside. So you can have Amazon deliver. Okay, and then by September 6th, you will need to sign up if you wish to participate in the Outreach World of Service Day, which is also from September 14th from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., not the other way around. You will be sorting food at Second Harvest Food Bank. You must sign up by September 6th because there's a little process to go through, otherwise they won't let you in the building. See Audrey as well. Aubrey.
Wonderful.
Another
Thank
QR
you.
code maybe? Okay, they're good.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
All right, so thank you. Let's applaud our outreach team. Is amazing. So I have a quick question for you, a little poll here. How many people feel like they need to be more anchored, more deeper in their spiritual practice, and just need some peace in this world? How many people feel that way? Okay, there we go. How many of those who raised hands are signed up for the reboot class? Okay, 3 people, all right? So here's the thing. The Reboot Your Spiritual Operating System, it used to be called Meditation and Spiritual Mind Treatment. So for those of you who are new, Spiritual Mind Treatment is what we call our version of prayer, affirmative prayer. And so this class, Reboot, is going to help you anchor in to a deeper spiritual practice of meditation. We'll be exploring different types of meditation, and you will also learn how to do spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer. I will be teaching the class, and I will be coaching you through the process. So if there's stuff that you're healing and you want to work on with focused meditation and prayer, if there's some things going on in your world that you want to reboot, recharge, reinvigorate, revitalize, or completely restore, or reinvent, this is the class for you. So get going, get signed up. It's also a certificated class, so if you want to be a practitioner at some point, this is one of the required classes, and I look forward to working with you. The next slide should be about practitioner training. I won't go much into that. The folks who have taken all the prerequisites for practitioner training know who they are. We've met or talked. And so now is the time to go ahead and get registered for that course, which will be a deep dive into the ecclesiastical call and role of being a practitioner. Do I see a hand up? Right. So practitioners are the ecclesiastical arm of the center. So, and I have a group here that goes the ecclesiastical arm of the center. Thank you very much. So I will not forget next time. All right, so those 2 classes, I'll be teaching those and getting us fired up and ready to go.
Okay, and then it's not yet fall, but it feels like it outside, right? So September 4th is the beginning of a class called Empowering Yourself Through Life's Transitions. How many people are in some sort of transition? Quite a few, right? Quite a few. So how about moving through those powerfully instead of being at the mercy of, let's say? This class is for you. It's taught by Reverend Marcia Minkala and Aparna Shute, and it is September 4th through October 2nd from 6 o'clock to 8:30 p.m. It is online only, so you can do it from the comfort of your own Zoom room.
This next class has
Oh my
this incredible
God.
title. It's called The Art of the Beautiful Question. Do you know
Yes,
anything about this?
I do.
What do you know about it?
I do. Beautiful. I'm just going to quote E.E. Cummings. He's an American poet whose first phrase that stuck in my head was, the spring smelling, together colored instant. Whoa.
Wait, say that again?
The spring smelling, together colored instant. Whoa. However,
Love it.
that's not a question. The question, he also said, always the beautiful answer who asks a more beautiful question. So if you want a beautiful answer to things in your life, you gotta ask yourself beautiful questions. And that's what this workshop's all about on the 15th. Hope you can join me.
And this is this right after, so it's
Right
right after
after
Sunday service on September 15th?
So
Excellent.
after Melissa and Z are finished with their guest service on Sunday the 15th, we'll jump right into that. And little inside note, I took a class called Teaching Adults with Z and Melissa, I don't know, about a year ago. And this workshop got honed in that class. So here we go.
Beautiful. I love that. So on September 15th also, Reverends Melissa and Z will be here. They are a music and they're a dynamic duo with music and message. And they have this incredible company called Oh My God Productions. And they travel all over and they do music and message. So they'll be here on the 15th. It's going to be wild. It's going to be fun. So make sure you show up and then you can ask beautiful questions after that. All right, September 21st. How many people here know the music of Gypsy Soul? Celette and Roman, yeah. So listen, this couple, Celette and Roman, are amazing. Powerhouse musicians, powerhouse singers. Just the presence they bring is so gorgeous. They're gorgeous. And
Their music is gorgeous.
Their music is gorgeous, yes. And so I experienced them in Phoenix at a center and then at some different private home concerts. They are amazing. Their only Bay Area appearance will be here. They'll be doing a benefit concert for us on Saturday, September 21st. Is that right? 21st? That's the right date?
Yep.
And so get your tickets. It will be a musical journey and just lush and powerful. So make sure you get tickets for Gypsy Soul.
And then September 29th, yeah, this month has 5 Sundays. Community Pancake Breakfast. After service, not before service, after service in Fellowship Hall. It's a love offering. So show up. Are we going to have a request that people at least register so we know how many pancakes
No,
to make?
because people never register.
So we're
and
just going to
it's
have
like,
a
you
ton
know,
of pancakes
no,
that we need
like
you to
here-
eat.
So here's what happens, like 20 people register and then 100 show up.
Okay.
So I think we're just going to make enough
Plan on
pancakes
100.
for 100 people or something.
Yeah.
And
And there'll be eggs too, I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
And maybe some bacon.
there will be gluten-free.
and
Bacon.
syrup.
Oh my God, bacon. Bacon.
Yeah, so please come here because you will be sitting in here while the bacon's cooking and the aroma is amazing
Yeah.
for Sunday service. It
And,
is.
and we have gluten-free options. So if you're gluten-free, do not be alarmed. There will be something for you. I don't know about vegan. Jennifer Bick is running this, so I don't know about vegan, but gluten-free.
We got the GF down.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I will leave
I'm
now.
gonna-
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to say anyway, Mr. Etienne Frank is our guest musician. How gorgeous is an upright bass? And he'll say a couple of things, but I've never seen one with a holster before. This is cool. He is prepared. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you. My name is Etienne France, and music. There was a time when peace was on the earth, and joy and happiness, and each one knew their worth. In my heart, how I yearn for that spirit's return, and I cry as time flies. Sing this with me. Sing. Oh, oh. There is a place where love will always shine, and rainbows are the shadows of a love that's so divine, and the glow of that love will light the sky up above, and it's free. Can't you see? Come with me. Y'all coming with me? Let's go. The Creator has a master plan, peace and happiness for everyone. The Creator has a master plan, peace and happiness for everyone. Oh, yeah. Peace in the morning, peace and joy in the evening too. The Creator has a master plan. That's the answer to the question. It's a beautiful answer, the beautiful question. The Creator has a master plan. Dave, that sounds so beautiful. Can you bless us? The Creator has a working plan. It works. Peace and happiness for all the land. All the land. All the land. All the land. Dave Marshott on guitar.
Oh my
Incredible
goodness.
TSL band. Thank you.
Thank you, Etienne France. France, thank you so much. So beautiful. So beautiful. The Creator has a master plan. Indeed. Isn't it amazing how in 30 minutes we have gone through so many emotions? Right? We started with one big family, big party, and then we had this beautiful call to service and a prayer, and then we had the lightheartedness, delight of the announcements. And now this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece of art called The Creator Has a Master Plan. So just beautiful to notice the variety in 30 minutes. So it is September, and the theme for the month is Rise and Shine. Rise and shine. It's time, isn't it? To rise and shine. And so today's talk is Rise from the Ashes. Rise from the ashes, which I think we are collectively doing. Certainly individually, there are those of us who are in that process. And as a collective, we are in that process as we still emerge from the pandemic and all the things, right? So there's this story, the story of the phoenix I'm going to start with. And I found this telling of it, so I'll share it. So just take a deep breath with me. In the still of the night, just before sunrise, a magnificent creature builds its nest. You stop and watch as it carefully puts each spice, clove, and branch that lay before it, put it in place in meticulous detail. As you stand and watch, you are struck by the tiredness of the creature. That is clearly evident, though in no way does that tiredness take away from its beauty. The sun begins to rise and the bird begins to stretch. Its feathers are beautiful, beautiful hue of red and gold, the phoenix. It cranes its head back as it sings a haunting melody that stops the sun itself in the sky. A spark falls from the heavens and ignites a great fire that consumes both bird and nest. But don't worry. In 3 days, the phoenix will rise from the ashes, born again. Right? Rise from the ashes, born again. And so the phoenix is such a beautiful metaphor, and this a story about this immortal bird that regenerates, that cyclically regenerates itself, that is born again, is born from Greek mythology, but many ancient cultures had a very similar story. And what we love about the story of the phoenix is it's a story of regeneration, renewal, right? Rising again from the ashes, from destruction. And so as I think about the story of the phoenix, and I think about our own individual lives, for each of us, there have been times, or we may be in a season right now in our lives where, where we can look back and go, life was going along really well. Right? Things are going along great. Things are sort of humming along. Or even if it wasn't going along well, it was familiar. Right? Things are going along. I know what to expect. And then there's a spark that ignites a fire. And that fire burns everything in sight. And that fire could be, for some of us, maybe it was a health diagnosis. Right? Maybe the fire is a cancer diagnosis or a very serious health diagnosis. Maybe the fire is the loss of a business or the loss of a job or a career. Maybe the fire is the loss of or death of someone close to us, a child, a loved one, a parent. And maybe that fire is a divorce. And maybe it's, all of the above, or multiples of the above or something else. And so individually, we go through these times where we have these fires. And collectively, we go through times where we are in a fire, whether it's a war or a pandemic, where collectively we are in a fire, we are going through a fire, and these feelings come up. And I am one to really always say, this teaching does not promise you will not have a fire. I grew up in this teaching. I've had multiple fires that have burned my life down. What the teaching does is it gives you the tools to rise up. It gives you the tools to regenerate, to take nutrient from that fire, from those ashes, and remake, recreate, co-create how you want to move forward. That's what this is about. And so we don't spiritually bypass when we're in a fire or we have a fire or we're standing in a fire. We don't spiritually bypass that, meaning we don't just pretend it's not happening. We don't pretend or start just saying, well, I'm whole, perfect, and complete. when really what's happening is internally there's fear. Internally there's sorrow. Internally there's anger. Internally there might be feelings of hopelessness or helplessness, of not knowing what's next. There may be horror. You know, when I look at our collective fire that we've been through, when you think about the pandemic, I remember when COVID was raging, I had a dear friend who lived in New York at the time, and what she was describing to me that she was experiencing and seeing in New York, and she lives in a very nice part of Manhattan, doorman building, and what she was describing to me, she was seeing bodies loaded onto trucks, right? The death was happening at such a fast pace, they couldn't even be processed to the morgue, right? Things that we read about in the newspapers, she actually walked through that and saw that and lived through that, and lots of other things, right? And lived through the trauma of that. And we've all collectively lived through this trauma of the pandemic. It is a fire. We have lost loved ones. We have lost our innocence. I think the biggest thing about the pandemic for us, especially as Americans, is having something that so disturbed our way of life. Right, other countries that experience war, other things, there's a memory or an experience of mass disruption, right? Mass disruption to supply chains, mass disruption to things. Right? If you travel or have European friends or friends who live other places, they are used to that or have cellular memory of that, right? And we're not used to that. And so there's a loss of innocence that also has come along with our experience of the pandemic, the fire of the pandemic, right? And so in all of those feelings, in all of the deep sorrow, there is an opportunity to rise from the ashes, because here's the thing that's really, really interesting. Fires can be beneficial to the land, right? Fires can be beneficial, a beneficial presence. Yes, they are incredibly destructive, but here is what a fire offers, and I'm reading this directly from, Wikipedia or someplace, right? So a prescribed burn, so a fire that's controlled, can help unhealthy forests return to health and reduce the risk of wildfires, right? So fire can actually produce some incredible results. So, for example, a controlled burn, a fire can burn away a layer of dead plants and prevent soil organisms from accessing, it can burn away a layer of dead plants that's preventing nutrients going into the soil. So there's some extra stuff, in our personal life, we might call it clutter, right? But there's some stuff that needs to be burned away so that the soil can actually receive the nutrients, right? That's one of the benefits of a fire. It clears away dead organic material, stuff that's no longer needed gets burned off, right? And nature, in its infinite wisdom, knows exactly what needs to go. It may look to us like it's something different, but nature knows exactly what's dead and needs to go. A fire can also manage invasive species, right? So if there's a species that is toxic or taking over in some way, out of balance, a fire can correct that balance by managing those species. Another thing a control fire can do is thin the forest canopies, which allows more sunlight to reach the forest floor. They can let more light in. The fire lets more light in. It creates space for more light. And the last thing that I'll share with you, there are more than this, but the last thing I'll share that I find so powerful is that it can increase soil fertility, right? So it can increase soil fertility by the chemical processes that convert nutrients, convert or create nutrients from the dead plant tissue, right? From the ash, right? There's nutrients. And the ash creates this very rich substance that can make the soil more fertile. And so when I was looking at this and thinking about this talk, I thought, what if the ashes provide the nutrients that give the phoenix the power to regenerate and rise? What if the ashes, right, what's left over after the fire? What if that's what gives the phoenix the nutrients and the power and the strength and the nourishment to rise? And so I want us to begin to think about that in our own lives. If you are right now standing looking at a forest floor that has been burnt down and you do not know what's next, you do not know the next step, you do not know the next thing, you do not know what to do, know that there is fertile, nutrient soil there. There is something there in your experience that is going to seed and feed the next thing, right? It's going to seed and feed the next thing that will grow and emerge from you, from your life. And if you think about fires you've been through, whether it's a divorce or a loss of some kind, if there's enough distance, you can actually see that regeneration. You can see how that experience became the fertilizer, right? It became the fertilizer for a new growth and for new opportunities and new things to happen. You know, I've shared with you multiple times from here how during the recession I lost my business, lost my house, lost my car, everything, sold everything, packed up my dogs, and drove across country to Santa Cruz to my mom's house and had to start over. And it sounds light and bright now, but it was painful. It was devastating. It was embarrassing. It was all the things, all the things that you do not want to experience. That's what that experience was, you know. And when I look back, though, at that particular fire and what was left over, right, the nutrients that were left over from that, right, what I really am so appreciative is the number one nutrient, the number one thing was this teaching, was knowing science of mind. I have grown up in this teaching. And so the number one thing that was left over for me and what I had to draw from was knowing that even though this bad thing happened, this fire had burned my house down, even though that happened, what I knew underneath that is that God is all there is. That there is one presence, one power, not two, not three, but one. That power is good, and it is working together, everything working together for my good. So even when the house burned down, I know God is good. I know God has my back. I know the presence of God within me that created me knows the solution, knows how to move me forward, knows what to do next. Right? So if I just keep doing my work, the work we're going to do in the reboot class, keep doing my meditation, doing my prayer work, doing my meditation, doing my prayer work, working with my practitioner, coming to church, taking classes, like all the things I did after my house burned down, my metaphorical house burned down, all those things took that ash and it transformed it into this powerful fuel that shot me out of a cannon 10 months later. Right, into more clients, bigger clients, a lot more revenue coming in, right, in my own business, not someone else's business, right? And so that experience was devastating, and it was exactly what I needed to build the resilience, build the strength, build the confidence in myself, to find my own voice, to stand on my own, right? And so I want you to think about for yourself, whether it's that divorce or whether it is a loss of some kind, what was the fuel? What was the nutrient? What did you get out of that that allowed you to rebuild? Right? What was the lesson that you learned or lessons you learned that allowed you to be rebuilt? And I want us to think about in terms of COVID, because that was a traumatic experience. If you know anyone who is a healthcare worker or was a healthcare worker during that time, if you weren't touched by COVID or maybe think it was a hoax, if you talk to healthcare workers, folks are still traumatized from their experience, right? Families are traumatized from their experience of losing family members, not being able to see their family members, right? Not being able to help people, not being able to save people. And so when we look at that collective fire that we have been through, it's important to also look at okay, what's left on the floor, right? What's left on the forest floor? What were some of the things that that have bubbled up out of that experience that we can use to move forward? So I'm going to ask you in this room right now, and just yell it out. So what were some of the things from the experience of the pandemic? Because I want to talk about a collective fire we've been through. What are some of the things that you have learned or gained from that experience? Self-care, okay. Trust. Reliance. Teamwork. Friendship. Resilience. Boundaries. What really matters? What's essential? Vulnerability. Appreciation, yes? Say it again. Connecting to nature, yes. Yes. The importance of community. Plant medicine, yes. Yes. So, huh? Wait, say it again? Did you say bras? Did you say bras are optional? Overrated. Overrated, okay. Exactly. And for that matter, pants, right? Because like if you're on Zoom, you know what we learned, right, in the pandemic is as long as this is looking good, it does not matter what's going on below, you know, shoulder down, right? Absolutely. Yes, yes. Oh my goodness, yes. You know, it's so interesting because as we're yelling out these things, these essential things, yes, around community and connection, and how I just always think of how amazing it is that we had the technology to stay connected, right? If this had happened 20 years ago, we wouldn't have had the same, I mean, Skype was okay, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't quite, it wasn't Zoom, right? Or these other technologies we have. But this ability for us to find connection, because as human beings, we will always seek connection, seek community, and be in community. There is no technology that will disrupt that. We will always be connecting one with the other, right? By however we have to do it. And so what we found is different ways to communicate, different ways to work, different ways to be, right? And we're seeing how that is beginning to regenerate, right? Remote workers are now a thing. You know, when I was doing executive coaching and my corporate work, so many times I would talk to my executives and say, and I coached at the VP to C level, and I would say to them, you know, why don't you take a day and work from home so you can actually get some work done? And they were like, no, nope, in this culture, I need to be here, I need to be in the office, right? That was pre-2020. And now remote work is a thing, right? Is a thing that actually works. We're looking at how we don't need real estate. We don't need real estate in the same ways that we did before, right? We don't need certain things that we thought we needed before. And we will begin to see even more and more how this time with COVID, the technology we used, the ways that we have discovered what's essential, the ways we've looked at being in community and how we want to do that and want to invest in that, that is propelling us into a new life, into new creations, into new solutions, into new ways of being. We are rising from the ashes. We are rising from the ashes. And if you look at your life individually, you are rising from the ashes, whatever those ashes may be. And so what I want you to be doing this month is really looking at what is the thread, what is the nutrient, what is the piece that you can take that will help you jumpstart your reboot, your restart, your rise. What is the piece you can take to propel yourself upwards so that you rise and shine and rise and fly? Like, what is it? Yeah. So let's do a little exercise together. I want everybody to close your eyes and let's just turn within. And let's take a deep, deep, deep breath all the way down into the belly. And I want you to imagine you are standing in a forest and everything has been burned down and you just see the ashes on the ground. And you hear birds chirping, you hear life, but there's just ash on the ground. And just take a deep breath as you take in this scene that you're in. And look down at the earth, at the ash, and I want you to imagine it is the richest, most powerful fertilizer. It is filled with wisdom. It is filled with power. It is filled with clarity. And I want you to reach down and just grab, with both hands, grab that ash and just hold it in your hands. Hold it in your hands. These are the ashes of your life. And just hold it and feel the power in your hands. Feel the wisdom in your hands. And just gently ask with your heart. Ask these ashes to reveal the next steps, to reveal the nutrients, to reveal what you need to rise. And imagine the ashes answering by loading it into your body, loading and coating it into your cells as you hold on to this dense material. And imagine the answer just downloaded into your beingness. And take a deep breath. And this is a breath of calm and clarity and knowing. And take these incredible ashes and just bring them to your chest. And some will fall to the ground. Just bring them to your heart and let them fall. But there's a beautiful, beautiful smudge on your heart. It's that wisdom and that knowing and that confidence and that power is right now in your heart. And take a deep breath and absorb all of that into your system and just let your hands go. Drop the rest of it. And take a look around at the forest once again, looking up into the sun. And knowing absolutely that you are absolutely regenerated, renewed, restored, revitalized in this moment. Revitalized in this moment. Revitalized in this moment. And so just stay with me here as we move into prayer. So even as we stand or sit or wherever you feel yourself to be, the presence of God is. That one life, that one power, that one presence, that one energy, that one love that is everywhere is right now expressing through and as you. And everything around you is radiating the divine presence. Everything around you is created out of the divine presence. And so just knowing and sensing and feeling this presence right now in the cells of your body, temple, in the cells of your body, in the molecules of your body. this presence in every organ and system of your body temple. And imagine now that this presence, this magnificent presence, is radiating life, radiating health, radiating abundance, radiating right relationships. That even as I speak the word, relationships are healed, renewed, restored, remade. Knowing and claiming that bank accounts are renewed, restored, remade. Knowing, even as I speak the word, health and vitality, the body temple renewed, restored, remade. And knowing that this divine presence is right now healing each one, feeling and sensing this rising of pure spirit in the body, in the mind, in the emotions, I declare a magnificent healing. I declare that each one here is rising and shining, rising and shining, rising and shining, breaking free from whatever would hold. And I declare and know that this magnificent community known as Center for Spiritual Living San Jose is rising and shining collectively, thriving and flourishing, overflowing and expanding the presence of pure spirit, rising through each of us, and shining and radiating. And for this, I am grateful. So grateful to know the truth this morning, so grateful for the movement of spirit this morning, and so grateful to know that we each rise and shine every day, in every way. And so I release this word now because it is complete. And we say together, and so it is, and so it is.
What's up, y'all? Y'all ready to rise and shine or what? Y'all ready to move on up? Woo! Sonia, you ready to move on up? Yeah. Dave, you ready to move on up? What about you, though? He said hit it. He really, praise team, you ready to move on up? Woo! Let's go, Sonia. Hush now, child, and don't you cry. Your folks might understand you by and by. So move on up toward your destination. You may find from time to time revelation. Yeah, you can get up, come on. Bite your lip, take a trip. Though there may be wet road ahead, but you won't slip. So move on up and peace and find. In the steeple of beautiful people, but there's only one kind. So hush now, child, and don't you cry. Your folks might understand you by and by. So move on up and keep on wishing your dream is your only scheme. So keep on pushing. Take nothing less than your supreme best. Do not obey what most people say. You can pass the test. So move on up to a greater day. With a little faith, put your mind to it, you can surely do it.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you. Look
Give it
at
up for this band.
praise team. Yes.
CSL band. And I mean the praise singers too when I say that, just so you know.
Yes, we got Dave Morishat, Sonia Trejo, Troy Arnett, Elizabeth Jade, Renee Tobias, Reese Whitaker, Jenna Brown, and Etienne France, everybody. Etienne France. Wonderful. Okay, so magnificent. Let's do the offertory. How about that? So the ushers are making their way to the stage. And so I just want to extend my gratitude to each of you for your financial support of this beautiful, beloved center, of this 25,000 square foot campus, 70 years old, still here. And it's because of your financial support that we're here every Sunday, that we have classes and workshops and all kinds of things that happen here, pancake breakfasts and all kinds of things. So thank you, thank you, thank you for your giving. Yes, yes. So let's read our giving affirmation together. Jim, you threw me off there for a second. All right, so let's read our giving affirmation. All right, from the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. Oh, wow. Wow, the energy is intense today, yes? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, I love it. I like it. All right, so I would thank you. Yes, keep going. Who is here? Am I in the right place? I'm a little taken away today. Is this the newcomers now? Yes, okay. Who's here for the very first time? Hello, how are you? Okay. Is there anyone else here for the first time? Who's hiding? Second time? Hey, welcome back. Yay. Wonderful. Third time? Yay. Hey there. Fourth time? Fifth time? 27th time? 372nd time? Right. So wonderful. So for those of you who are here for the very first time, second or third time, or, however it is, welcome, 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 welcome. It's so good to have you here. Please come up and say hello after the service. I would love to give you a hug or shake your hand. And there will be some refreshments out in Fellowship Hall where you can get some coffee and some treats. And there's a concierge table where if you need more information about the center, you can do that right in Fellowship Hall, which is right out there, okay? So welcome, welcome. And for those of you who have joined our community in the last year, started attending in the last year, and are not officially a member of CSL, the Pathway to Membership class is coming up in October. There are 3 days associated with it, October 6th and 13th, right after the Sunday service. And you'll be learning more about Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes, and this center. And then on October 27th, there's a big celebration where we install you into the community, we celebrate you, and then we all go to the park for a cookout after that. So October 6th, 13th, and 27th, it's coming up. I'm not sure if you're able to register yet. If not, you'll be able to register next week. So if you're not officially a member, then you can take that class coming up in October, and I'll say more about it as we go on through the month. Okay, with that being said, let's have our students come on down, our teens who are here, come on down to the stage. While they're making their way, practitioners, please come down front to the stage. Our practitioners are the ecclesiastical arm of the center. And what that means is they are licensed to pray with you. They also teach classes here, and they do lots of other ways that they give service. They support this community. And if you need prayer today, grab one of these folks with a purple stole, or even if they don't have a purple stole, grab them, and they will pray with you back in the back there. We call that the prayer chapel area. So those are our practitioners. Okay, our teens today. Ron, do you have information about? Oh, okay.
However,
I know that Grayson is here helping us today.
Yeah, I'm Chris Grayson. I'm the teen advisor for the First Sundays.
Yes, Chris Grayson.
And we have Avelina and Xavion.
So good to have y'all. Okay. All right. I believe we're at the end of our time. It's time to go. Oh, come on. I need to hear some kind of heavy sigh or something. Okay, there we go. All right, so it's time for our final song. We'll stand up and sing I Release and Let Go. Ron's going to give us a benediction, and then we are out of here on to the treats. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am
righty, here we go. I rise in the faith of God. I am restored in the faith of God.
I am restored in the faith of God.
I am remade in the faith of God.
I am remade in the faith of God.
And so it is.
And so it is. Have a great week, everybody.